Hello, Year 6. Our lesson today is titled The Infinitive RE. In our previous lesson, we spoke about verbs which belong to the second conjugation. This is a big family of verbs. And all these verbs have in common the magic letter E right before the endings. Now, when you open your book and you look at the dictionary, you always see the verbs exposed in two words, two entries. Why? Why don't we just have habeo, which means I have, and we have this ere next to it? What does this mean? Well, these two words are called the principal parts of a verb. The principal parts are the most important forms of a verb, and they are used to classify the verbs into different families or conjugations, as you know. We've already seen the first and the second conjugation verbs. The first principal part is the present tense, and you've seen this in all the verbs that you've learned so far, such as amo, moneo, laboro, timeo, etc. As you know, the verb in the present tense has persons. So, for example, habeo, you can conjugate it as habeo. I have, habes, you have, habet, he or she has, habemus, habetis, habent. Okay, so in the present tense, we have different persons doing the verb. However, the second principal part is the infinitive. And the infinitive always ends in re. It does not have persons, and it is translated as to do something. So, for example, habeo means I have. Habere means to have. Moveo means I move. Movere, these are the endings here of the infinitive. So movere means to move. Now we have the irregular verb sum. This is a little bit different. Do you remember how to conjugate sum? How do we say I am? Sum. You are s. He is or she is or it is est. We are sumus, you plural are estis, and they are is sunt. Now, if you look at the table that you saw in the previous slide, where you have the present and the infinitive ending, how do you think the infinitive of sum is going to look like? Do you think maybe something like sumere? Sumare? Well, surprise, surprise, no. The infinitive of sum is esse, and it means to be. As you see, this is irregular. I want you to copy this in your book now. Sum esse equals to be. I want to stress something. The verbs of the first conjugation have the magic letter A, and hence their infinitives have A before the RE ending. So, edifico means I build, and edificare, which is the infinitive, means to build. Amo means I love, and amare, which is the infinitive, means to love, and so on. Similarly, the second conjugation verbs have the magic letter E before the RE ending of the infinitive. So moneo means I warn, and monere means to warn. Okay, so remember, A before RE for first conjugation verbs, and E before the RE for the second conjugation verbs. Now, I want you to take 15 minutes to do exercise 4.3, but I want to do a couple of examples first with you. It says, copy the below Latin words in your book, then translate into English. I'll do number 1 and another example with you. Vocare. Voco means I call. And Ari, excuse me, and Ari at the ending means that this is an infinitive translated to. So vocare means to call. Habere. Habeo means I have. And ere is the infinitive. So this means to have, because the infinitive is always translated with to. Let me do number 8. Amat pugnare. Now, pugnare ends in re, so this is the infinitive. And amat is a verb in the present tense. Oesti musti senti. I have T here. So amat means he, because it's a third person, loves. And pugnare is the infinitive, and it means to fight. Now, pause the video and take 15 minutes to do this exercise. If you finish before the 15 minutes, you can do the extension in the yellow box. All right, now you can take 10 minutes to mark your work. Let's play the stand-up game. When you see an infinitive, stand up. When you see the present or imperfect tense, sit down. I remind you, the infinitive ends in re, and we translate it to do something. Okay, well done. Now you have another 5 minutes to do exercise 4.4, in which you need to copy the words below in your book and then translate them into Latin. Let me do number 3 for you. You see, I see in Latin is video, and it has two. So I need to write the infinitive. As we said, the infinitive is the second principal part, which ends in re. So the word to see in Latin would be videre. Okay, let me do number 16. They love to give. Now, they love is a verb, to give is an infinitive. And this in Latin would be, they love is amant, because nt is for they, as you know. And to give is the infinitive of the verb do. It's dare in Latin. So amant, dare. They love to give. Take the next 5 minutes to go as far as you can in this exercise. Well done, we're nearly there. Now you have 5 more minutes left to mark your own work.